Thank you for joining this lesson. We're going to discuss matrices. Part A, given that P equals to 8569, find P prime. This is another way of being taught to find the inverse of the matrix P. So to find the inverse, we first of all determine what we call the determinant of a matrix. So the determinant of a matrix, we call it det in this case. The determinant is usually given by the product of the elements in the leading diagonal, and the leading diagonal is the one having 8 and 9. Therefore, 8 by 9. Then we subtract the product of the elements in the other diagonal, which has 5 and 6. In this case, our determinant, the determinant is going to be 72 minus 30, giving us 42. So this is the determinant. After getting the determinant, the next thing now will be the inverse. And for us to get the inverse of P, we're going to have the positions of 8 and 9 interchanged. That means to begin with 9, and on the same diagonal, we have 8 at this position. Then the other elements, we're going to reverse the signs. If it is 5, as we have it, we'll have a negative 5. The other one, which is a 6, it returns to a negative 6. So that is the elements interchanged. Then we divide each element by the determinant now. That is after the interchanging. So we're going to have, okay, I can choose to have it just outside instead of dividing the elements. 9, negative 5, negative 6, 8. So that is my inverse. Some other people will choose to open the brackets, and that will still be okay. Matawi bought 8 t-shirts and 5 pairs of shorts at a total cost of Kenya shillings 4,400. Had he bought 6 t-shirts and 9 pairs of shorts, he would have spent 1,000 Kenya shillings more. Find a matrix equation to represent the information above, or the above information. So what we're going to do in this case, we first of all going to find the two linear equations, 8 t-shirts and 5 pairs of shorts to give us 4400. Then now with 6 t-shirts and 9 pairs of shorts, this would have made him to spend 1,000 more. That means 5400. So these are the two equations representing the information. So we come up with equations now, whereby the matrix equation will be 8, 5, 6, 9. This is called the coefficients matrix. Then now we will have what we call the variables TS matrix, then the constants matrix, which is 4, 4, 0, 0, and 5, 4, 0, 0. Then after this now, we go to the second part, whereby we are told to use the matrix method to determine the cost of a t-shirt and a pair of shorts, or rather to determine the cost of each item. Therefore, we're going to solve this equation now simultaneously using the matrix method. For us to solve simultaneous equations using the matrix method, we multiply both sides of the matrix equation with the inverse of the coefficients matrix. Therefore, we're going to begin multiplying the left-hand side with the inverse of the coefficients matrix. Now, the coefficients matrix, we had already been given here, and we've already found the inverse. So it is just about substituting it now. 1 out of 42 into 9, negative 5, negative 6, 8. Then we multiply this by 8, 5, 6, 9. Then we have the variables Ts. This will be equal to, also this other side we begin with 1 out of 42 into 9, negative 5, negative 6, 8. Then this side we already have 4400, 5400. Then now, after aligning like that, it should be noted that if there is a matrix P times its own inverse, we're supposed to get the identity matrix. A matrix multiplied by its own inverse, we should get the identity matrix. Therefore, this matrix times its own inverse should give us the identity matrix, which is 1, 0, 0, 1. A matrix with 1 in the leading diagonal and zeros elsewhere. Ts. This is equivalent to, now we can carry out multiplication on this side, whereby we should have this row times the column here. Remember, this is a column matrix. So 9 by 4400, negative 5 by 5400. So let me use my calculator now to have 9 and 4400. Then I add negative 5 with 5400. This is giving me, okay, we already have 1 out of 42 outside this. So we're going to have 12600. Then now we are also going to have negative 6 by 4400 and 8 by 5400. So we begin with negative 6 into 4400 plus 8 into 5400. This is giving me 16800. 16800. So we're going to divide each by 42. As we do that, it should be noted that when we have this variables matrix multiplied by the identity matrix, the product of any matrix by the identity matrix should give us the matrix just as it is, because the value of the identity matrix is 1. Therefore, Ts remains the way it is, just as a matrix. Then now we divide by 42 these values. This side I'm going to have 400. Then when I divide 12600 out of 42, this is giving me exactly 300. Therefore, Ts equals to 300, 400. The value of T, which is the cost of a single t-shirt, is going to be Kenya shillings 300. The value of S is going to be now a pair of shorts, exactly 400 Kenya shillings. Thank you for following. Subscribe and share.